So what we're going to do today is pick a card. So we have 3 cards to choose from. And on each card, I will be doing your home life, your love life, and your money and career, and anything else that may pop up, any messages that may pop up for you. So let's have a look at pile 1. So this is the card for pile 1, which is a beautiful card, I feel, of independence and also either leaving or going to a new city and everything that encompasses. So it's rather beautiful. And then we've got pile 2, which is the Warrior of Love, which is, of course, incredibly beautiful card. And then we have pile 3, which is a loving gaze. Let's just sharpen that a little, which can be such a beautiful thing to experience in life. Either if you're gazing at somebody or if someone is gazing at you. So let's shuffle the cards and let's get on and do the reading. So let me give this a good shuffle, and I hope everybody is doing well today. So let's go to pile 1. So this is for everybody that's picked pile 1. And what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at your home life. We're going to have a look at your love life, and then we're going to look at your money and career. So I'm quite excited to find out what's going on for you. So this is for pile 1. So let's have a look at your home life for pile 1. So let's just take some more cards. Oh, nice, nice. Oh. Okay, so what I'm seeing in your home life is a lot of fear. Maybe a fear of money issues or not being able to afford things, that sort of thing going on. Or maybe you have some fear about losing your home, or a rental coming to the end, or maybe you're in a situation where you need to sell your home, something like that, right? And what I see is that there's a hope, right? There's a hope and an energy of that you're going to end up in abundance, right? So I see this as a hope, right? So we've got a card of loss moving into a card of abundance, but I see it more like you're hoping something is going to come in and change the situation, right? Because what you want, and of course what we all want, is to be in a life where we don't have any money worries, where we have a stable home, where we have everything that we need and that we can enjoy life, right? And this is really important. So this is a beautiful card. It's one of my favorite cards. This is the 9 of Pentacles. And this is an independent person that has everything that they need, right? And there's some elegance to it, you know, it's not like a really sort of gross, over the top, what do you call it? Where you just, you just greedy and you just want everything. There's a real elegance to this. There's a sense of peace and tranquility. So this is your hope. But the hope is either, I feel like you're hoping somebody or something's going to come in and change this for you, to change your fears. Now, the good news is, right underneath that, I do see someone coming in. Now, whether this is a person or an organization or a job offer or something else, someone is coming in, because let me show you this if you're interested, because this is so interesting to me. So we've got this person between fear and abundance, and we've got this person with a cup, right? So you're hoping, right, that someone's going to come in with a cup, right, something to offer you. And then what you've got underneath that, right, is indeed two people sharing cups, right, giving each other a cup, right? So what I see is something is coming in, right, which is mutually beneficial to you and the other thing, the other person, right? Very, very nice. And I see an opportunity here in your home life is that you're going to feel like you've been set free, right? So you see new horizons, you see new opportunities. So it's really, really nice. Now, the funny thing is, where the money is coming in, or where the change is coming in your home life, is actually coming in from someone who doesn't normally share their money very often. Let's have a look at this person. It's actually coming in from someone who has a lot of assets. This person has a lot of assets, right? They don't normally give away their assets, right? I'm not going to say they're stingy, but they need to have X in the bank, right? It's really important. So on this occasion, for some reason, this person's very willing to help you, right? Or this organization is very willing to help you, right? So it's that sort of situation. So I feel like you're going to be very, very lucky in your home life. So let's move forward to the future with your home life. Let's just have a quick look. Let's just pick those up. So yeah, I feel like you're gonna, or I'm hearing the kiss of the gods, right? You're gonna end up in a very lucky situation in your home life. So let's have a little bit more. Let's have a look. Yeah, this is good. So you're gonna have the opportunity to move forward. Oh, you've got a repeat of cards. So you've got an opportunity to move forward. You've got an opportunity of some sort of collaboration around your home life. I don't know if it's repairs or a new home or something needs done or someone is showing you a home or something like that. But it's a very positive card. Got a very positive card. And again, it feels like it's from the same person or the same energy. Like I said, it could be an organization, it could be literally a person, it could be a situation that comes in, which normally the financial situation or what they've got, they don't normally give, but it's coming from the same energy, the same person, right? So let's have a look. Because you've got the fears around this, around loss. So let's have a look. There's a lot of fears around loss, around the home life. I do apologize for the notification. There's a lot of fears around the home life, but you don't have to worry, okay? If I saw a real warning, I would tell you, because like I said, this opportunity is coming in. Someone's going to hand you something. An opportunity is going to open up for you, and it's really going to be extremely healing, right? And it's going to feel really beautiful and really good. And there is some patience that is required in this, right? So when I say it might take a little time, it doesn't mean it can't happen tomorrow. What I think there's a little bit of a process going on here, right? Let me just see a little bit more about this process for you. Okay, there's a little bit of a process to go through here. Let me just see what that is. Tell me about the process, please. Keep getting the same cards. Wow. right? This is unbelievable. And just so you know, if you haven't been with me before, sometimes I yawn during my readings because my friends in the other dimensions actually want to tell you a message. Okay, and it's from this person or from this organization or from this company or from this situation, whoever's in charge of this situation, right, who doesn't normally spend money or has a lot of assets, right, and they don't like to spend their money, it's actually from this person that there's a little bit of a process to go through, a little bit of planning, maybe a little bit of setting out certain goals to go through in order to reach your final goal. And your final goal was to be a person in a lovely, peaceful, tranquil situation, but with enough resources, well, more than enough resources, right? Final outcome around your home life. There you go. You actually got that before, the success card. So whatever you're hoping for in your home life, whatever you're desiring in your home life, this is the biggest success card. This is 6 of Wands. 6 is actually really positive number because it's super balanced, right? 2, 2, 2, 3, and 3, whatever sort of thing. So it's a super balanced card. So yeah, so huge success in your home life, which is amazing. So let's go on to your love life for pile 1. Let's go on to your love life. Okay, there's a decision that you need to make around your love life. I see in the middle some sort of connection here that feels quite solid, right? Should be a sort of a celebration. But on either side of this, I can see some really metaphysical stuff going on here, right? So you might be going, well, what's so great about that, having metaphysical stuff? It means that there's a kind of destiny. Okay, there's a kind of fate here, right, with this person. Like you're fated to be with them, or you have some really powerful synchronicities with this person, or you keep rejoining or splitting up and rejoining, that sort of thing, right? But on this, you've got a big decision to make, right? And there's a home here, and there's a feeling of celebration here, right? But there's a big decision to make here, huh? Wow, that just kind of ties into your home life, right? The decision is around you having a peaceful life, you having enough resources, more than enough resources to be in a state of abundance. And I also, for some of you, there's a decision about being alone, right? Because you feel like your life will feel really, really, really good. So this is beautiful sense of independence, and it's more than that. I was going to say enjoying life on your own. And I suddenly got these sort of pictures of, when people try to enjoy life on their own and they don't, and they take themselves out and they have a dinner on their own and they feel like they've conquered it. No, this is a person that's really loving being on their own because they have this sense of adventure and the sense of accomplishment and the sense of being able to sort of call the shots in a gentle way. Like today I'm doing this and tomorrow I'm doing this, and I'm carving out my own beautiful world here. That's what I see. So you've got a decision in your love life to make. So I see 2 people going to 1. I don't necessarily see a separation here though. I just see 2 people with a house behind them moving to 1, right? We're possibly in a different location, right? But the moving to 1 is really, 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 really good. Like I said, I can't see a separation, right? So it might be, just maybe a relocation, or someone's away to go and carve out their own life in their own way, in their own style. And if anything, it's going to ignite your love life, right? It's going to ignite the passion, right? And I see someone kind of fighting for you here, right? So it's really very, very interesting. And also moving into this kind of independent sort of energy, right, may actually also, what was I going to say there? Sorry. Moving into this independent energy may draw someone new in as well. So I see someone worrying about you with your decisions, worrying a lot, a hell of a lot. So I feel like this person wants to sort of come back to you about your decision. So you make a decision, or maybe you make the decision jointly, but I feel like they want to come back and reassess the decision with you, right? But nonetheless, in the middle of this, you're just in such a beautiful space. You're just not concerned. I don't know if any of you are coming into money, but you seem to be in an element of abundance here, right, in your love life. So like I said, I can't see a split, but I can see a change of two people that were close in some way, right? Maybe even like location-wise close. Actually, the woman or the female energy moving into her own kingdom, and then this male energy coming in, right? And maybe saying, are you sure about this? Are you sure? Right? They're very worried. They're very worried, right? Because this decision has been made. Let's just see if we can move forward a little bit. Okay. So this is pile 1, love life. Let's have a look. Let's move forward a little bit. Okay. Oh, interesting. You've got all the pages. Yeah. So what I see is that this change in your love life brings someone really coming back to you, right? Maybe someone has been distant emotionally. Maybe they've been distant physically. Maybe they've been distant energetically, right? But I see them coming back, like rushing back in, right? Maybe they haven't been as attentive as they should be, and now they're going to be attentive. And I see lots of little things happening, maybe conversations about making decisions, about little things, about maybe finance, or little offerings, opportunities to offer you little things to make your life easier, and some loving gestures, some loving messages and stuff like that. So I see like more of a, when someone is more timid because they want to do things right for you, that's what I'm seeing in your love life, right? So you can expect a lot of like support in kind of like, do you want this? Do you want that? Are you okay? Everything, anything I can do for you? I see more of that sort of situation going on, which is beautiful. So the change brings in urgent passion, right? And urgent decision making on their part, that they're like, okay, I've made this decision that I'm going to be more like this with you. But I don't see it like it's not a chore for them, right? It's almost like a spontaneous thing, like, oh, okay, I need to step up a little bit here, right? I need to be more attentive, more loving, more whatever. And maybe I've neglected a little bit this person, right? So now I'm going to, just make sure that my focus is in the right direction. So really great on your love life. Okay, so you can expect some attention, right, or someone to be attentive with you as you start out your own life. Okay. Right, so let's do your money and career for pile 1. Money and career, money and career. Okay. I can see a small offer coming in. Oh, the same cards. That's insane. That's insane. Don't be surprised if the person that's supposed to be attentive in your love life also offer you things in your money and career that help you in your money and career. So I see loving gestures. I see coins being handed to you, right, which is really good. I think this is going to happen very swiftly in your money and career. Okay. Oh, okay. You've got some big cards coming in here. Okay. Now, this laid here, but I actually feel it should be here. That's where I feel it should be here. Okay. Okay, I have a message coming through for you. You are getting a big job offer, or you are getting a large financial gain here. I didn't say lump sum of money. I said financial gain, right? Because I see you between your love interest and your work interest. Now, it may be that you'll all of a sudden get help, support, or an increase financially from both energies. Do you know what? I've never seen, this is really important, I've never seen this card, right, which is the balancing juggling card, as receiving 2 lots of income. I see, oh, sorry about that. I see you receiving 2 lots of income from 2 different areas, one from a person that you know, and one from maybe an organization. Some of you, it might actually be a government, right? And it's for the first time I've seen this card. It's like, you don't know what to do with all this money, right? You don't know where to spend it, right? It's amazing, actually. And this is a very unique reading, by the way, right? The cards are telling me in a very different way. So yeah, you've got really powerful, and I mean powerful stability coming in. Powerful, solid stability coming in, right? Let's just pick 2 more cards. Wow. The Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune, this person that keeps showing up in your life. So you've got this person showing up in your life, this person, this energy, this organization, this company, or whatever. Someone that doesn't normally give money away, all right, or give their assets away, or help anybody, and they are. So you've got that coming in, and then you've got this beautiful, right? So you've got the Lovers, right? But the Lovers doesn't just mean lovers; it means beautiful relationships. So work-wise, income-wise, anyone that you're dealing with money-wise, right? Initially I said you're not going to get a big lump sum of money, more like an opportunity. But actually, I'm seeing money coming through here. The door is coming wide open. Massive change, really good change in your financial situation. So you literally could not get better cards there. Stunning, right? So just remember what I said. You've got coming from 2 directions, someone who keeps reoccurring in your life, or an energy, a company, an organization, or a person, right, who has a lot of assets and doesn't normally give them away, is giving them to you. And then on the other side, you've got this amazing, massive opportunity coming in of real big fortune, like the portal is open. You can just expect a waterfall of money coming in, really. Okay, like amazing reading, pile one. I hope you like that. Like I said, I do love that card that you've chosen. It's one of my favorite cards. Okay, pile one, thank you. If you'd like a private reading, do jump onto the links below. You can book on Etsy. If you're not on Etsy, you can just look at the prices and message me, and we can do it via PayPal. Not a problem. Right, now where did I put the other two cards? Oh, yes, okay. So let's go on to pile two. Right, pile two, let's do your home life, your love life, and your money and career. So the cards are really, really amazing today. Oops, sorry about that. That's it. That's better. Okay, so let's have a look. So this is pile two, the warrior of love. Let's see what comes up. And we're going to do your home life. What's going on in pile two, home life? Wow. Okay. Right. What I'm seeing is there's a big change coming in, right? And it's really good for you. Really good for you. Right? But around it, right, on the outskirts of this change are some issues, right? So maybe someone doesn't want to help or support you. Maybe someone's going to walk away from you, or you're going to walk away from them, right, in your home life. So it can be a person, it can be an organization, it can be a situation, right? But I see an element of, may I have some help, please? No. Okay, then I'm really sad, then I'm going to have to go in this direction, right? But what I almost feel like is that what you don't realize is that there's this opening, right, in this situation between, there's like you're being squeezed, but there's actually this beautiful opening. It's like you're going to be rebirthed, literally, right? It's incredible. And then what I see here, let me just see if I can work this out, because that's a really strange layout of cards. Let me just get more clarity on that, because I've not seen that before. Gosh, she's showing up a lot. I almost see like a really authoritative energy coming to you. And they might come to you like they've got all the bells and whistles, right? Or they seem to be very affluent. They seem to have a lot, right? It's like they turn up in their luxury car and then they say to you, no, you can't have X, Y, or Z. And then I see some sadness, but also like some independence on your side, right? You're like, okay, well, I'm just going to leave that then, right? If you can't give that to me, then I'm going to go elsewhere. But I see it like there's so much, when I say strength, I can't see any sadness, right? Not any real sadness, not any anger, not any bitterness. But then you just harness this kind of beautiful energy, right? Hold on a second. This is really important, guys, so stay with me. I see you asking someone for something which they don't give you. This opens up and you take whatever it is that you were asking for. You go, okay, I'm just going to create it myself then. I'm just gonna do this myself. I'm going to go to somebody else, right? To find out what my options are. Right, let's have a look. Ooh, nice one. So you change direction and you go to somebody else. And I just had some fear come in there, right? So you might be feeling a lot of fear around this, right? So you go to somebody else, which doesn't seem like the doors are open, but oh yeah, the doors are open. Oh yes. It's almost like this is your home life, but it's almost like you apply for 50 jobs or something and you never think that any of them are going to work because the doors seem closed and the door is open. It's open and you're going to double whatever it is that you feel that you've kind of lost or losing, you're going to double it. Right? Now, right in the middle of this deck is you not unable to make a decision. I think it's you, right? Or is it another person? Unable or won't look at something. And it's near a body of water, if that resonates with anybody, right? Let me see what's going on there. Yeah. Listen, there's some stuff here that you're not looking at and you have to look at it, right? And it's a little bit complicated, like you've got to unravel things here. And yeah, you've got to ask for assistance here. So the message is that you need to look at it because all is well, right? All is well. And let's just see the final outcome in your home life. Let's give the cards a good shuffle. Right, let me make sure that those cards are broken up. Let's have a look. Final outcome, pile 2, home life. An opportunity popping up. Yeah, okay. Wow. Very similar to pile 1. I feel like pile 2, you could watch pile 1 as well. So what I see is that you've got an idea or concept of how to resolve this situation around your home, right? But what's actually going to happen, which I said in pile 1, is that something very big's coming in. How would I explain this? Could be, it's not the law, but it could be to do with society, how things are done, right? How important that certain procedures or not procedures, what's the other thing? Practices need to be done, right? But it's not the law, right? It's not the law. It's more like, okay, in this society, we do things this way. This is the proper way to do things, right? So there's an air of someone adjudicating over this, but it's not a lawyer, it's not a solicitor. It's more someone or something with an ethical and moral boundary, right? It's good. I see maybe some real help and support is coming in here. And potentially I see money, and it could be coming in from 2 different sources. And it's almost like maybe you didn't see it come in, or once it arrives, you kind of don't know what to do with it. Should I put it in this bank account or that bank account or whatever? So I feel like there's some financial, or there's certainly assets. You're going to be given assets here to work with. So it's a really, 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 really good outcome, right? And it might surprise you as well. It has some strength and it's got some solidity to it, right? And it's got some stability to it as well. There is something else here, though. I'm picking out something else. What's it trying to tell me? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, a load of joy. There's a very, very caring, sensitive, male energy coming in. Could be a person, could literally be an organization, could actually be like a protocol that's already set up, which is very ethical and has some really solid moral boundaries, that is going to come in and it's going to resolve your issue around your home life. And it's going to lead you to so much unbelievable happiness. And you might also feel like the universe does love me after all as well. You might start sort of feeling like that, right? Like you might feel really loved and really supported here, right? With like, and something or someone has got your back. Right, okay. All right, let's do your love life. So pile 2, let's do your love life. So let's have you look at your love life. Oh my gosh, so much like pile. No. Okay, we've got a very strong message here. Very, very, very strong message here. Okay. Okay. With your love life, you may feel like it's a little bit of a battle, right? But it's actually really beautiful. Like internally, you might feel like, oh, this is a battle. I've got too much to sort out here, this sort of thing. But it's really, 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 really good. So I see a lot of happiness in your connection, right? I see some real genuine love flowing backwards and forwards. I see support, right? I see a lot of support here. I see someone that maybe doesn't show their emotions, but nonetheless, they're there for you. They have resources for you. It's solid, right? So I do see someone mirroring you, you know, like energetically, it's really balanced, right? But you may not realize it because someone might not show their feelings very much. And yeah, and I see gestures of love coming in for you. But for you're feeling it's quite turbulent, right? You're feeling like, oh, this is so many different things I need to tackle. I'm not sure if I want to do this. But it's good. Wow, the World card. That's really good. So with someone very close to you, you may find a change in them, right? Yeah, I think you might see a significant change, a change that you weren't expecting. Like it's a good change, like a really good change, right? So I'm seeing here you being loved, you being looked after, you being celebrated, you being supported. I see gestures of love coming in for you, loving acts of kindness, which is really transformative. So I don't know what you're battling with, right? You feel like there's a lot to deal with in your love life, but no, it's really good. And people, I've said people, but people might offer you things and you don't think it's genuine. Make sure that you open yourself up and take it, right? Because these are genuine cups of love here. I see a lot of love here. I see it more like it's either something fresh, something new, or something that's going to be renewed, right? Because it feels like very much at the early stages. Okay, so it's really beautiful, actually. So your inner fears are just not mirroring your external world. They're just not. Your externally, it's great. Yeah, some of you, don't be surprised if you get a lot of what on earth? Okay, you are doing something right in your love life. Your love life is a way to overspill into, my God, it's like a waterfall here. You know, it's some of you, I'm just going to repeat just to summarize. Sorry, that's not focused. Some of you If you're in the early stages of a connection, this person's going to change, and you're going to see like a really overflowing of love and appreciation and loving kindness gestures and things like that. Okay. For some of you, you might be inundated with different people wanting to date you, wanting to have a relationship with you. You might see people coming back from the past here, right, who really want your attention, and you're going to feel really good. You're going to feel really, 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 really good. Might be people here that have never displayed much to you before, right? And suddenly they're saying, look what I've got, because they're trying to pull you in, right? In a good way. They're like, look, I've got all this. Come to me. Yeah, so you're very popular. Your love life, you're super popular. Couldn't get more positive cards. So whatever you feel you're battling on the inside, don't even worry about it anymore. Okay, which is great. So let's make sure we give those a good shuffle. Okay, let's do your money and career. Money and career. Let's do your money and career. Let's do your money and career. Power 2, money and career. Okay. What I'm seeing for you is a lovely card where maybe your money and career doesn't feel very hopeful, but actually everything is really beautiful, right? Or will become very, very beautiful. And there's you're going to go through a real sense of all the hurt and worry around money career is going to be healed, and you're just going to feel rejuvenated, right? And I can see that there's a lot of decision making around your money career that you need to make, right? So my advice would be, don't brood over things, right? If you know the word brooding, it's like you're just thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking sort of thing. No, make decisive action, right? Because there's an energy of change coming in here. Okay, so you can't, so hold on. I'm seeing you looking at things. I'm seeing you emotionally looking at things, right? Maybe even looking at the past. You've got to stop that. You've got to make swift decisions, all right? Your decision making will bring in great change, because I'm seeing you being very passive, right? Maybe taking time out and not making the decisions, or maybe feeling overwhelmed in your money and career, but no. You've got really, I think just over the horizon, you've got some really great things here, right? But in order to get over the horizon, you've got to make those decisions, right? Let's have a look at those decisions. Yeah, this is such a good card. So these cards, like the Lovers or the Two of Cups, isn't just about romance. This is about, you have to make a decision about who you're going to work with, or who you're going to work for, or who you're going to collab with, or what you're going to do next, right? Because the cards are telling me whatever you reach out for is already waiting for you, and they're already in a collaborative energy with you, right? So it's a really, sorry. Let me just refocus that. Oh. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I hope we're still okay. Right, so really, let me just see if I can just get the light back. Yeah, so it's a really great card. Once you make that decision to step forward in whatever direction you've been thinking to go in, you're going to find that it's a really great response. It's almost like, I'm going to apply for that job and I get that job. I'm going to ask to collab with that person, right? Collaborate. And they're going to want to collaborate with me. I'm going to start that new business and the business is thriving. Everything's working in your favor, but you've got to get out of this passive way, right? You've got to, you've got to get going, because the universe is waiting for you, right? So what's on the other side is already there, right? You just got to open the door to it. Yeah. Don't think about what you've lost. Don't think about how much do I need. Just start, just do it, right? I do see you really just maybe overthinking things too much. Yeah, you're just thinking about all the problems and the burdens. Right, let's just move this a little bit forward. Let's just get a message for you. Let's get an interdimensional message, or you might call it message from the angels. But what's the message here about money and career? What's the advice, please? Okay. The advice is very important, right? 'Cause this is something that occurs all the time. It's really important you hear, you are not stuck. There's a guy called Joe Hudson, right? And he talks about being stuck. He said, no one is stuck, right? Because stuck means that the change that you need to make just feels harder than being stuck. Does that make sense? Right? So being stuck means that there's obstacles that you don't think that you can overcome, right? And what he's saying is that there's always a way out of being stuck, but it might mean that you have to do something that's unfamiliar or doesn't feel very nice, or it feels scary to you, or it feels hard and difficult. And just to give you a very brief story about myself, I felt really stuck very recently in a property that I was renting. And the process that I had to go through to get out of it was really, 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 really difficult. Really difficult to get out of it. And it was like everything was stacked against me. And I did have some losses during getting out of that property, right? And it's not fully resolved yet, right? But I mean, it was like climbing a mountain. But I'm here, I'm in a different property. And I had a moment before this tarot reading, actually, today, thinking, oh my God, I'm actually here. I'm actually out of that other situation, right? And it's taken me 6 weeks, right, to actually get out of that situation. But I'm actually out of it. And this is the story for you. So there could be a third party situation here, right, where you feel the odds are stacked against you, or I can see that maybe you're looking in the past, or you're suspicious, right? Or you don't have the real clarity that you need to get. No one's ever stuck. There's no one that stayed in life, well, it's very rare, right, where you're still got the same friends, doing the same job, have the same worries and the same fears as you were in your 20s, right? Sorry, if you are in your 20s and you're watching. Like, everything changes, 10-year-olds to 20-year-olds, 20-year-olds to 30s, to 40s, to 50s, to 60s. Everything every day is moving all the time. Everything is always changing. Every day is a new opportunity. So you're not stuck. Yeah, you've got a lot of fear here around finances. Right. Let me just pick one more. it's really, the cards are just saying what I've just said to you, is that there are new horizons, even if you think that they're impossible to get there, right? They're not impossible. Can we tell the viewer, how do they get there? Right. I feel like you need to know this. Right. Let's just do it. Right. How do they get there? How do they get there? Oh my goodness, it's coming up again. Wow, that is so powerful. So I had the 3 cards, I shuffled, and I pulled the same 3 cards out. What it's telling me, the way that you get there is to face your fear, right? So I'm going to go back to Joe Hudson again, so you can watch him, right? Whatever it is, which is your main fear, in order to move forward, right? You have to feel that fear. You have to cry over that fear. You have to maybe feel that fear to the point where you remember that fear as a child, like it's a place that you don't want to look at, you don't want to go to. Or it might be another fear. It might be like, in order to get there, I'll lose X, whatever that could be, right? So it can be that sort of thing as well, right? I do feel like there's a very strong third party here, right? And I think it's really important that don't fear this third party. Don't fear this third party. But it is about facing your fears, right? And sometimes when we don't want to face our fears, we do the same pattern. We have the same responses that are not good. And your breakthrough is to not keep doing the same pattern. Outcome, please. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Just face that fear. Only you know what it is, right? Just face that fear, and you know what's going to happen. It's going to be like ice melting. It's going to be like sugar dissolving in hot tea. You're just going to end up in this lovely new space. And I see you quite protected as well, right? And I see you with some help and assistance here, right, which is quite beautiful. So I hope that makes sense to you, right? Because that was quite energetically, that was quite a long process of going through, of unraveling what was going on there. But I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, so if you'd like a private reading, do jump onto Etsy. If you don't want to book on Etsy, you can just message me and or pay via PayPal. The prices are on Etsy, which you can see without logging in, and then you can just make your booking with me. So thank you so much, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed that, and we will now move on to pile 3. So this is for everyone that picked pile 3, and this is a loving gaze, which is beautiful. So what we're going to do is pile 3, we're going to look at your home life. Let's have a look at your home life, pile 3. Let's look at the energy around your home life. Okay, I see some action here. I see some discussions. I see things that need to be sorted out. I need some, maybe you're going to someone that you need a decision made, and that person maybe has the final word on yes or no. That's what I'm feeling. There's some few complexities around your home life at the moment, so I'm not going to sugarcoat. All right. So there's maybe this sense of being uncertain, being unsure around something here. Let's have a look, right? Yet wanting to move forward, of course. Yeah. It could be like, should I move? Shouldn't I move? It could be that sort of question. should I go to this person or shouldn't I go to this person? It could be those sort of questions. This seems quite small scale though, right? This doesn't seem like a major factor. It feels like something simmering under the surface. That's what it feels like. And the word simmering has just put me in the mood for some soup. Yeah, so there's definitely some planning that you need to do around your home. The message here is like, take it nice and slowly, make sensible plans. And I just want to tell you a little story that made me laugh at myself, really. So I was thinking about, like starting a new career and where do I want to live and all these sort of things, right? But do you know what? Because I'm 60 this year, right? I was thinking like I was in my 30s. I was still making decisions based on like that I had like 40 years ahead of me or something like that. And then I just had a moment. It's like, hold on a minute. If you're in your 60s, I hope this resonates with some people. And maybe possibly you've got a good 10 years left. I keep forgetting that I'm moving into retirement age. I keep forgetting that. I think I'm still 30 and I can choose a career and do that for the next 10 years and choose another career. I'm not saying that you can't, but I was still thinking like a 30-year-old. I wasn't thinking about how would I like to live my retirement? How would I like to live my older years? I wasn't thinking like that, right? And why am I telling you this? Let's rewind. Yeah, you've got decision makings. You've got some planning to do, and I think the question is, make sure that you frame it correctly. Make sure that you frame it correctly. Like when you're making that decision, make sure it's right for you at your age, at your stage of life. Right, so I think that's the message here. Let's see how you move forward in the home life. Like I said, I think it's more something bubbling under the surface, which is irritating you, niggling you. Let's have a look here. How does it move forward? Right, so don't worry about this devil energy. Anyone that comes to my readings knows that I'm a fan of the devil card, right? I find it a really fascinating and intoxicating card. Okay, so I feel like you have an emotion or you want to ask someone for something, right? And you're afraid that they're not going to take it or it's going to be rejected or anything like that. Okay. And but I actually see more of an entrepreneurial spirit energy around this, right? So I feel like you want to go to someone and ask for something, all right? Like I said, and feel like they're going to reject it. But in fact, no, justice is here, right? And that they're quite open to this. Right, and they can see the proper implications around this, right? This request that you have, and they can see maybe some nice opportunities coming from it, and they can see that they should do the right thing here, right? And I can see that it can actually set you free here. Okay. Yeah, it could actually set you free. And I can see you being unchained from this devil energy is more like I'm afraid, I'm scared, I don't want to rock the boat, I've chained myself to something, right? And which I wish I hadn't. But no, I can see like this beautiful, you're going to unchain yourself. So go ahead, ask the questions, right? Put yourself forward, and you're going to get a really, really nice outcome here. Really nice outcome, right? Really, I see you happy. Yeah, I see opportunities moving forward. Yeah, really nice energies here, right? So, like I said, if you are like doubting, how to move forward, right, or how to solve a situation, then they're actually saying, ask the question, do the thing that you intended to do, and you will find that luck is on your side here. There's actually a fairness energy around you, and you're going to get this wonderful freedom, and you're going to be released from the situation, and you're going to be able to move forward, and it feels really good. There's a sense of joy. There's a sense of excitement here, right? There's a sense of kind of new opportunities here, and new horizons here for you, right? Yeah. So yeah, really good. So let's do part 3. Let's do your love life. Let's give the cards a really good shuffle. Let's do your love life. Love life. I see some interest in you, right? I see someone wanting to collab with you. Maybe somebody wants to do something for you. Maybe someone wants to assist with something for you, right? It's kind of weird, right? But just then, I don't know if you're already in a connection, but it might be someone who has seen you in a connection already, but they still want to come forward, right? Because you're resonating, you're really powerfully putting out a signal here. You're very desirable here, right? Not just desirable in the physical or sexual sense. You're desirable as in you've got something mysterious about you. There's something enchanting, I would say. Enchanting is a good word about you. And you're very much in control of your love life. Very much control. You've got this beautiful, don't know if anyone's into feminine energy, but women can have this incredible soft energy, which is really actually really powerful, right? And can mold mountains. And it reminds me of the women, don't know why I'm mentioning this, but it reminds me of historically, women used to knit at the guillotines, right? But it was their gentle protest, right, which stood the time in history, right? So there's ways that we do things, or feminine energy does things, right, which is really soft and gentle. And here she is taming a lion, enough to put her hand in its mouth. And I think this is a reminder in your love life that you have this powerful energy, right? Let me just focus that. You have this powerful energy, which is actually can just be the softest caress, the softest caress. So I think in your love life, the softest caress is the way to go here, right? I see you very desirable at the moment, right? Very magnetic. That's the word. Enchanting, magnetic, unusual, right? Someone wants to win you. Now, funny, the hangman didn't come up there or there, just like that. I'm just going to put it like that. Someone's very confused about you in a good way, right? They don't know whether to come or go. Right? They don't know what to do. They're not retreating and they're not moving forward, but they're not staying in one place either, right? So it could be someone like, I'm going to message her. No, I'm not going to message her. I'm going to message her. I'm not going to message her. I'll do this. I'll not do this. But someone's out. They want to win you. There's more than one person here interested in you. More than one person. interested in you for sure. Really interested in this card over here. I see you in front of a house with somebody, very happy, right? But what I'm seeing, right, is you've got a lot of male energy around you who are very, very interested in you. You are like a beacon, right? So yeah, let's move forward and see that. So I don't know if you've come across a lot of people recently, or if you're in a connection and you're getting some interest from the outside world. That's what it feels like. So moving forward in the love life. Moving forward in the love life. What are you worried about here in your love life? Oh, okay. Wow, this is unbelievable. But I'm going to tell you what I see. Let me just check that. How about the death card, please? Right, hold on a second. I've just got to ask one more question because this is actually taking a bit of a turn. Right, guys. What I'm seeing, as I said, in the earlier part of this, I can see that you're really magnetic. There's a lot of male interest around you. You're extremely desirable. You're very enchanting, right? And all of that. And I did say to you that I saw you in front of a house and there was a male energy with you. But then another male energy came in. What I'm seeing is I feel like with these cards, and I think it's quite a strong message, someone's moving out of your life romantically. And I know that's hard to hear, right? But I've got some really strong cards here, and someone is really either they can't move forward with you, they're losing a lot of sleep over it, right? I do see an ending coming in here, right? In a romantic sense. So while you're very, very magnetic, there could well be someone moving out of your life here. And it's really difficult for them to do that, to move out of their life. But it might be because they've got other commitments elsewhere, right? So very strong. So we have the death card, which is, for me in the tarot, is the complete end of a cycle. The complete end of a cycle, right? So out of that, it's like it's not going any further. All right. So it may be that obstacles were in the way, or someone was very passive, or the everything was stacked against it, or whatever. Right. But I do see an ending here, and this person finds it very hard to walk away. Right. It's not that they're walking away. They find it very hard that they've got a lot to carry, right? And it's difficult for them. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here. Okay, so let me just go back in. So that was a very, very strong message for someone there. Okay, but I get the feeling that this person doesn't want to leave, but they have to, that sort of thing, right? So how does that leave you and them? Okay, let's have a look. You, oh, you're good. Okay. Oh, wow. And them. You're good. So if this resonates with you, if someone is moving out of your life, like I said, I don't feel like they want to go. I feel like it's just got really difficult for them. They have got too many responsibilities to carry, but you're good. You're really good. It could be that you make the decision. I'm getting a little bit of fear here with this reading, right, from my own situation. But it's like you make the decision and you just end up in the best space ever. And I see you with a lot of good connections. I don't know if someone else is going to walk into your life, but I see you like really enjoying life. Life is peaceful, life is tranquil. You have more than enough that you need. They feel this at the deepest level. Heartbroken. You have really entered into their soul and they find this really, really challenging. I feel it's more like someone wants to be with you, but they can't, right? They can't. So, wow, quite deep. But no, it's good all round. It's good all round. Yeah. There is some sort of sense. Once the decision made, everyone feels good here, right? Everyone feels good. If you're with someone who is, if it's casual, they feel it at a deep level, right? If they can't be with you, but they kind of also have a shallow part to them where once the party starts again and there's pretty women around, they're okay, right? But they're always going to feel you at the very, very deepest level, all right? For you, I see you with friendships. I see you happy with the decision making. I see you feeling like your world has opened up much broader, and see you excited about life and happy. So it's almost like two people have to part, even though maybe they don't want to, but for both of them, it's actually for the best. All right, so I wasn't expecting that, but I hope that resonates with you. Okay, so pile 3, let's go on to your money and career. Money and career. Pile 3, money and career. Okay. Nice. Ooh, there's some nice, really nice opportunities coming in here. Wow. What amazing cards. Right. So I see you waiting for some money or an opportunity, and that is now being handed to you. It brings in such a beautiful energy. Such a beautiful energy. You're just going to feel on top of the world, really. You're just going to feel like, what's the word? Revived. You're going to feel like you're being rebuilt again. You're feeling like you've had 2 weeks at a spa. You know, it's going to feel like that. And you just transform into the Empress. And the Empress is all about being in the ultimate loving state, able to birth new ideas, new concepts, new money. It's almost like you're handed an opportunity, and that opportunity leads to you birthing something really big, like bigger opportunities. Like someone gives you £100 and it turns into £10,000, right? It's that sort of thing going on. And I just see you ending up in a really beautiful space, like, and a lot of wealth, right? And I see you able to save. I see you able to put money away for the future, investments. I don't know why I'm saying jewelry. I see jewelry here. And there's either the opportunity, like this money is going to be put into a bank, right? And held, right? Or it could be dealing with someone, this energy comes in. It's almost like a bank comes in, right, and gives you money, right? Or it's almost like a person comes in who has a lot of assets. I've said that a lot in these 3 readings. And they are like the key to your wealth, right? That they unlock the door, right? Imagine that in the middle of your reading, there's a treasure chest sitting there full of gold, right? That's what I'm seeing for you, right? But it's ignited by a small offering, right? A small opportunity comes in, opportunity you've been waiting for, and that just leads to, I can see generational wealth here. Generational wealth. Money put aside for year after year, and maybe money you can pass down to your future generations, right? So yeah, pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Sorry about the notification. If anyone can tell me how to switch off notifications, that would be great. Okay. The funny thing is, oh my God, no way. Okay. for some of you, you could be getting married. I can't say it any other way. You could be getting married here. Yeah. 100%. You've got the 10 of Pentacles. You can't get higher than that. Got the 7s. Yeah. I just see you moving. It's like your energy is like a single person, right? And I just see that you just grow, right? That you're just birthing new money, new home, new life, everything like that. And savings, investments, enough money to put aside every month to save it. And I see a family here, right? I see you becoming a family. And in doing so, I see someone who's heartbroken, seeing you move into this space. Someone maybe that's loved you, right? Maybe you love them, right? But you're just moving into the life that everybody wants. And you're moving into that, but it starts like a really small invitation here, right? A really small opportunity. Could be a phone call, could be an email, could be someone just asking you something, right? And then suddenly you're just like, boom, you've got it all with longevity here, right? For some of you, it could be like if you started a business, it suddenly becomes really popular and you're really busy, right? You're really busy, really making a lot of money here. But there's someone on the outside of this looking in that isn't a part of that. And they see how amazing you're doing, right? And they're heartbroken with that, with your success. Not in a jealous way, it's just maybe they couldn't join you on that journey. All right, or they wanted a future with you and they couldn't have a future with you, right? And so they see you having a future with somebody else, and that's why they're heartbroken. Right. Yeah, so this was money and career, but it is very much related to family, to growth. As I said, I see someone who's maybe not got a lot of people around them, and suddenly they've got a lot of people around them. which are considered like right? Okay. Okay, so wow, pile 3, that was really powerful reading. To actually do it was really, felt really powerful. You know, that was a lot of energy in that reading. So yeah, so awesome. So if you'd like a private reading, do jump onto Etsy. You can look at the prices there. You can book on Etsy, or you can just sorry about the notifications, guys, or you can just message me, see the prices, and just go via PayPal and leave me a message there. So thank you, everyone. Take care. Ciao, ciao.